Hi, and welcome to Spring 2024 Student Success Seminar course. My name is Dr. Linda Remark. I am your instructor for this 16-week completely online course, which means we do not meet face-to-face. We do not meet virtually through Zoom or anything like that at the same time, same day. You work on your own pace within each individual week. I always like to start off each semester with a quick video that kind of goes over the course navigation so that you can start getting accustomed to the course before you actually start working in the course. So as you can see, first thing I want to point out is up here. The spring semester does not start until Tuesday, January 16th because of the Monday holiday. So this course will actually not be open and viewable for you until then. However, this link I am sending out in an email. So if you've checked your email before the semester started, you would be able to click on that link and watch this video and be a little bit more prepared for the course. If you are watching this inside the course, that means you've already taken the online orientation. If you have not taken the Succeeding Online Orientation course, you need to make sure that you do so. It'll appear as one of your classes, or if you go to click inside our course, it's going to stop you like right here, right away and say, hey, you need to take your orientation. So that is to make sure that you're prepared for online learning in general, whether it's my class, someone else's class. This video would just specifically talk about our class. All right, so let's jump right in. Most of the time when you log into our course, you're going to be brought automatically to the announcement page because I want you to always kind of see what's going on. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the Start Here section. Start Here, you're going to use this probably more heavily the first few weeks of the semester, and then you're going to see the need for the use here kind of dwindle as you become more comfortable with the course itself. So let's go ahead and go down. This is just a very general, everyone's going to see this, and it's going to have your name attached to it there. Here is the master syllabus. So when I say master syllabus, everyone has a master syllabus. Every class you take, it is just a very general overview of the course. It's not going to be very specific to us, only that it's saying, hey, this is a 1 hour course or 1 credit, 1 hour course. Here's the course description that in theory you would have already seen. This meets all 6 of the college general learning outcomes. Here are the course objectives, the 5 specific things that we'll focus on throughout the 16 weeks, talking about, learning styles, diversity awareness, technology, just general things that you would expect from a first semester type class. Here's some information on college policies, where to find them, disability support services. If you had an IEP or a 504 in high school, or you have another kind of academic need, this office is wonderful. They will work with you for those accommodations. Here's some computer use information and some student success resources. I always like to point these out, and I like to make sure you know where they are. I'm going to go to the Stark State homepage for this. If you go under Stark State, the main page, Info for Current Students, here's a list of a lot of our resources. We have a lot here for a 2-year college, a lot of assistance, ways to get involved. So if you wanted to know, how can I get involved in a student club? Where is a digital library? Where do I get my books? Do I need help with computer? Tons of information here. Great resource. Please make sure, and I will highlight some of these throughout the semester as well, but I always like to make sure that right away that Info for Current Students is a great spot to look for some of those tips. All right, so that is just the general master syllabus. If I go back in to our Start Here section, right underneath that is the class syllabus. Now this is very specific to the fact that I am teaching this course. So you can see here, we're in Spring 24. There is 1 section of you in here, so that means there's about 27 students in this class. We're completely web. Again, my name is Dr. Remark. Here are my office hours. I'm in my office Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, physically in my office those days and times, and then I'm teaching kind of in between on campus. Thursday, I have office hours virtually. Sometimes that means I'm going to be doing it from home. Sometimes that means I'll be on campus. Regardless, I'm available for a Zoom, for a phone call, for emails. I also tend to be quite available in the evenings because I know a lot of my students are working in the evening, or on their classwork in the evenings. So I do try to respond very quickly to emails, to Zooms, anything like that. So you do have a textbook for this class, but the upside is it's free and it's online. You can access it right away. I'm going to tell you how to do that. Here are some methods of evaluation. We have 380 points in the course. It's a typical ABCDF grading scale. Attendance is required. So that means that weekly check-ins. That's how you get attendance. So that means that weeks with discussion posts, meaning week 1, and because we start on a Tuesday, it's very quick this week. Discussion posts are due on Wednesdays. If you post on Wednesday to the discussion post, you get 100% attendance. If you miss the Wednesday discussion post, that's okay in terms of points. Still do it. I don't want you to be like, I missed Wednesday, I'm done. Even if it's Friday and you're like, I have to post, you're still going to get 50% attendance points. And the discussion boards are kind of graded in 2 ways, attendance purposes and then doing them. So even if you miss the attendance deadline on Wednesday, still post because you can still get full assignment points. Sometimes you'll have a week with no discussion, and that just means everything needs to be completed by Sunday. Weeks open on a Monday, they close on a Sunday. You have to have a 70% or higher to pass the class. And you just need to make sure you pay attention to due dates. So you are working at your own pace, but there are still due dates. Again, Wednesday, attendance points often for most weeks, and then Sunday, everything else is due. Here's information on withdrawal dates. The last day to withdraw for our 16-week course, any 16-week course, is April 15th. So you want to make sure that if you, for whatever reason, need to withdraw, you do so by then. And then the last couple of pages is a calendar that is going to walk you through what we're doing every week. So you can see the weeks that you have discussion posts here, chapter 1, chapter 2. And I always put in there, post by Wednesday, responded to classmates by Sunday. And then you can see there are some times where you don't have one, like in week 4, for instance, chapter 4 assignment. That counts as your weekly attendance and it's due Sunday. So this walks you through all the weeks. While we're talking about the calendar, I will click on course calendar just for that correlation. Inside the course calendar, I'm recording this in early January, but scroll down here. You also have the assignments uploaded here. So you can see them right inside the calendar there. I would recommend, if you can, to print out your calendar from, going in the wrong area here. I would recommend printing out, at the very least, just the calendar from the class syllabus. Like, if you can get to a printer, just those pages. I mean, feel free to print whatever you want, but just those pages, just so you can kind of make sure you can kind of keep track. So that is your syllabus, the very specific course syllabus. I will also house the welcome video right here when I'm done recording it. This is a eStark State, so that's our online management office on campus. They have also made a video, so you are welcome to watch that video to kind of help you get even more accustomed to the course. Under here are just lots of resources. Instructor welcome. So inside here is just my kind of overview. So it should be, maybe it hasn't loaded yet, but I'll just tell you what it says. In there, I am teaching this class. I'm teaching college success. I'm teaching the reading courses here if anyone's had to take technical comprehension, critical analysis. I have 3 children, so it's going to kind of run you through those kind of things just so you get to know me a little bit more. And here are the other resources, some general citations, some general information about expectations, some more information about how to contact me. Going further down here, there's links to help and policies and procedures, how grades are determined. Again, you may end up using this stuff less and less as you go and you're more familiar with the course. Here is your link to your required textbook. You're going to have links embedded through all the weeks, but this is your first link, so we can kind of just look at it right now. So we're going to click there. I actually don't mind this book at all. It's very easy, I think, to navigate. It opens up right away to chapter 1, but inside the weekly folders, it'll have direct links to chapter 2, chapter 3, and so on. For navigation purposes, you just click here and you can see all the chapters and just kind of pull it down. Or you can just kind of scroll through and click next. You can also search up here for any keywords. Really nice, really easy to navigate. For my lecture videos, so every week you will have a lecture video and an assignment video. I usually rely on the book, and then PowerPoint's kind of a combination of things, but I will also always encourage you to kind of, I know it's not realistic for everyone in my class to read every single word of the chapter. However, I am always going to encourage you to really hone in on the sections that are going to apply to you, because every one of you in here is at a different point. Some of you are CCP students, meaning you're still in high school. Some of you are fresh out of high school, just like last year. Some of you have been out for a few years. Some of you are returning after being in the workforce. We're all at different points. And so there's going to be some things that really apply to you and some things that do not apply to you. And so I encourage you to kind of really look at the areas in our textbooks that you need to work on or that you need advice from. So just kind of that's my thought when it comes to the textbook. All right, so let's go ahead and click on the lessons area. This is where a lot of the work is going to be done. And so you can see in mine, they're all grayed out. Eventually, they're going to look like this whenever they are open for you. But let's scroll up here. Computer bare basics, just real quickly. If you or anyone you know has issues with technology, I'm talking never turned on a computer before all the way through, you need help with like Excel spreadsheets or PowerPoints or whatever that might be, there's some information here and where to go and get that. And as soon as this is updated with Spring, I will put that in there, but I wanted to make sure you knew that that was going to be there. Student Lounge, this is where you can go in and you can introduce yourself. I'm going to show you how to use the discussion boards here. You can already see that mine is in there. Because you're going to have weekly discussions, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. So you're going to go ahead, anytime you have discussion, you're going to hit create thread. Here is the prompt again. This is just a really, laid back, introduce yourself type prompt. But if you have inside an assignment, it's going to populate that prompt right there. Put your subject, intro, put your message, and then you're just going to hit submit. That's it. And when you go to respond to a classmate, you just click on the name of their thread and hit reply. And that is how you get into discussion board. I will do all of that again when I go over my week 1 assignment video. Here is the muddy point. This is think of it as like raising your hand in class type thing. If you have a question that I or any classmate could answer, you're going to go ahead and post in here. And so I already have, a little bit right here. If you have a very individual question about your grade or why an assignment is being confusing to you that you want my specific attention or response to, I'm going to encourage you to course message me, call me, or email me. But other than that, if you have a question that anyone might be able to answer, you can post that in the muddy point. Here's another link to our textbook. So again, another access point. Here is your required syllabus quiz. Before you are able to see and work in week 1, you have to take this syllabus quiz and pass it with 100%. So feel free to have your syllabus up in the background, look it over, whatever you need to do to take it. I often have students say, hey, I took the syllabus quiz, I can't get into week 1, and I go in there and I look and it's because they got a 90%. You have to get 100% for week 1 to open. So that's your required syllabus quiz. It's one of the first things that you should do just to make sure that you're getting things rolling. Here is the student services assignment. I'm going to have a completely different video for this when it's time, because this is so early in January. The spring workshops are not updated quite yet, but when they are, I will talk to you more about this. Overview, everyone in here has to attend a workshop, and by workshop, that means either in person or Zoom, because they have options for both, before the end of the semester. So you have 16 weeks to get this done. So I will post a separate video just for this workshop assignment. But I just want to kind of plug that in now so that you are thinking of it like, hey, I need to attend a workshop. All right, and then all the weeks are set up very similarly. I will go into more detail with them when I get in there, but you can see like in week 1, you're going to have videos. My chapter 1 lecture is already uploaded. So is my chapter 1 assignment video. Every week will have, for the most part, these 2 videos, a lecture and an assignment. So you know the content and then you know what you're expected to complete that week. So hopefully you find that helpful. And then when you go into the actual week 1 folder, all the folders are set up again the same, where it's going to say, hey, this is what we're talking about this week. This is what you're reviewing. This is what you're working on. There's a materials folder, which is just what it sounds like, the materials to help you get through the week. So whether that be links, link to an actual textbook chapter, a slideshow. And then the assignment folder is where the work is actually done. So when you are ready for week 1, my video will go into detail with that. All right, a couple other things just right over here, course messages and announcements. I post announcements probably 3 times a week. You can already see my week 1 announcements are in here loaded and ready to go. Anytime I post an announcement, I also post as a course message so that you can get it both ways. This is also where you can message me. You can go up here to create message, click on 2, Anyone who's a student in here will be listed, but you go down here to me, click on my name, click over, come down here, write your subject, write your message, and hit submit. You can also email me through my Stark State email. I already showed you the course calendar. The My Grades is so that you can know what your grades are at any time. You can see all the assignments are listed here, so you can kind of access those anytime you would like. And then the rest are these are just kind of general resources, the digital library, SSC resources, help desk, all of that. So I hope this is helpful for you. As soon as you're done viewing this, if you haven't already done so, make sure you complete the Succeeding Online orientation. If you've already done that, go ahead and get your syllabus quiz done so that week 1 can open up. If you have any questions as you start to work, please reach out and have a great first week of the semester.